What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews. I'm back. I am back after a long absence. I just want to explain why I was away for quite a bit of time. At first it was due to some work, so I was quite busy, and then I had a major health scare that is not entirely resolved, but it kind of took me out for quite a bit. I wasn't in the right state to be making videos, but I think I've dealt with it enough, so I want to get back to this channel, to you guys, and hopefully all of you are still here. And I also want to thank those of you who had reached out either on here in the comments section or on Instagram, on Facebook to check out on me. I really appreciate it so much. So thank you guys for your concern. And we shall mark my comeback with a news video first on upcoming Banpresto / Bandai Spirits figures. I think I missed quite a number of months, all the way from April to July. There were a couple of new ones announced a few days ago, and it's quite a list, but hopefully this video is not going to be too long. I'll try to quickly run through them, especially for those of you who are solely relying on my videos for the news. And I've been keeping up on the figures even though I was out, and honestly I can say there isn't any figures that is groundbreaking, anything that is truly special coming out in terms of the Banpresto side. In fact, the one that I'm looking forward to most is the one you see right now, the first figure we're going to talk about, the King of Artists Wano Kuni version 2 Roronoa Zoro figure. His height is 18 cm and the release date is April 2022 this year. So I guess this is the Onigashima Zoro in his new outfit, and mainly to complement the King of Artists Onigashima Luffy as well. I have that figure but I have not unboxed it yet, same as a whole bunch of figures, whole bunch of backlogs of 5-6 figures. I'll try to get through them quickly. I think that this Zoro looks pretty good. You can see that the facial features, he looks pretty much like how he is from the source material. He looks good, very serious look here, and the hair looks kind of amazing as well, just that it can look a bit light. I'm not sure if it's the photo or what, but I think usually his hair is slightly darker. For the details, you can just see the creases on his usual outfit is pretty much the same thing as his post-time skip look, just that the color here I think is like a darker green, greyish color. And of course we also have his new sword, Emma, and I think a lot of people are happy because we want to see his new updated weaponry. And other than that, I think some people also mentioned that this stance is very similar to that scene where he slashed Apple. I forgot which chapter it is from, and hopefully this is not spoilers for the anime because I haven't been catching up with what they have been showing. And we're gonna take a quick look around this figure. We also have the scar, the muscles, and this is the side view. He can look a bit weird, especially around the neck area. You can see how it is twisted. And I'm pretty certain that he is going to be needing a support right at the back, just like Luffy, just like Oden. And you can see some of the vessels, the blood veins just kind of like popping up on the arms. The details on the swords looks decent as well. This is another angle. His earrings kind of like flowing towards the back to show a bit of motion, as well as this sash. And this is the back. The hair, I gotta say, it looks great based on this prototype. The spikiness, the detailing they've added, I think that is quite well done. The back, I think it's gonna be quite a hassle to piece this sash together again. You can see there's a separate piece here. Hopefully it holds up well. And I'm not sure why there's like a gap here at the bottom of his coat. I'm not sure if that's natural or it's just a fitting problem even for the prototype. Emma looks kind of good with the color. This is like a middle between purple and violet, I guess. And you can see all these metallic parts kind of painted with this reflective golden paint. So it looks good. Hopefully it turns out to be good as well. I had already pre-ordered this and I can't wait to see how he looks like, especially next to Luffy. Next, this is the Grandline Journey, Portgas the Ace. His height is 15 cm and the release date is also in April 2022 this year. So we have quite a number of figures already from this series. We have Hancock, I think, Nami, and this seems to be the third one if I am remembering correctly. I have Hancock with me right now. Also not yet unboxed, so we will see how she looks like. And I'm kind of surprised that it jumped towards a male character because I thought they were gonna go fully fan service, only female characters. So to see Ace is kind of surprising, but also not surprising at the same time because, you know, they are always going to milk the popular characters like him. And I think he looks kind of weird here, especially the face doesn't really look like Ace in my opinion. And also the way the hair is being set around his face, it's kind of off. Other than that, I think the muscles, they all look quite decent. We can see a bit of shading around some of the contours, the curvatures. And details wise, really not much that we can talk a lot more about. It's kind of like basic cartoonish kind of style for this figure. This is a slightly angled and close-up look of Ace. Still looks a bit off, but better. And it seems like the metallic paint is added onto this decoration on his head. The necklace, the pearl, red beads necklace around as well. And some of the parts, I think the boots, some parts has a metallic gloss to it. This is the back. We can see the white beard Jolly Roger. The base looks the same as before, so I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it. And next, this is the DXF Grandline Man Wano Kuni Volume 20 Sanji figure. His height is 17 cm and the release date is also in April 2022 this year. So this is the next Grandline Man figure. Of course, they are going to do up all the characters, hopefully, based on their Onigashima outfit. So collectors like us have another alternative to have the straw hats all lined up. I think Sanji looks good here, to be honest. I really dig this outfit. And here he's kind of like, you know, wearing his gloves or tightening his gloves. It looks great. There's a bit of a gloss painting on them. Face looks good as well. The hair color, a bit of shading towards the bottom. You can see the strands that are sculpted. Cigarette in mouth. He got a red suit. Maroon, it's like a dark maroon suit actually. The tie is red. And some of the creases here and there. As usual for Grandline series, don't expect a lot of details. But I think for this Sanji, they added the right folds in the right places to just have a bit more dynamism to the Sanji figure. This is the side view. A pretty significant seam line on the hair. Hopefully it is not the case in the final product. This is the other side. Even worse over here actually. So even on the prototype, it is significant. Hopefully all this is not there, or you know, try to make it as little as possible in the final one. And this is the back view. And yeah, he just looks really dapper, looks really cool in this outfit. The shoes themselves has a gloss to it. And as usual, I'm just gonna say this quickly, for Grandline series so far, especially during the Wano arc, there have been a drop in quality from prototype to actual figure, so be careful before you decide on buying them. This is a rehash again. It is called the DXF Grandline series, Wano Kuni Volume 2. Luffy, Onigashima Luffy in special color. His height is 16 cm and the release date is April 2022 this year. So I don't exactly know what are the main differences. I can't really tell. I'm gonna put the original version of him in post so you guys can do a side-by-side comparison. But as far as I can see, it's basically this metallic paint around the waist sash. I'm not sure if they added enhanced shading and shadowing around the clothing, around the pants. The face looks the same to me. The hat looks the same. So I'm not gonna spend too much time talking. I believe this is just a great opportunity for those of you who missed out on the first release for you to get like a special version with the metallic paint. But if you've gotten the first one, I don't really see the point. And to me, this is just another wasted slot. And what? This figure just came out not too long ago, and they're already doing a new version. Like, what's going on, Banpresto? They should really consult us, the fans, on what kind of figures they can come up with. This is the back. Again, the hat looks amazing with the details. Damage done by Buggy. The cape has more shading. I'm not sure if it is the same on the original one, but it looks to have more depth to the figure. This is the DXF Grandline series, Wano Kuni Volume 2, and of course, this is O-Tama. I believe this is released under the same series name as the previous Luffy. Her height is 12 cm and the release date is also in April 2022 this year. So this O-Tama, she looks amazing actually, she looks good. Very, very cute, and I hope that she can go well together with Momonosuke. We have that figure of him coming out as well. And other than that, I think the face looks pretty much like her. The outfit is simple, but it captures the details that it needs to. The hair, and you have her just as always, just smiling so innocently, raising her arms up like she's just so happy despite life being tough for her. We all love O-Tama, and she has the OP Devil Fruit power. This is unfortunately the only photo I have of her. I'm not 100% sure if new ones were released. This is the Chronicles Master Stars Piece Trafalgar Law figure. His height is 26 cm and the release date is April 2022 this year. So for those of you who are not informed, this is basically them reissuing older figures under the Chronicles tagline. And give them a new pin coat. They looked more amazing, and what we've observed so far is that the price is about 1.5 times to 2 times more expensive than a normal figure, depending on where you get them from. But the quality is also a lot better in terms of the painting, the shading, etc. on the figure. So it depends. To me, I think the style of these figures are quite outdated. I wouldn't recommend them myself, but if you want them and they are figures that you have been chasing for quite some time, then go ahead. I'm not gonna spend too long talking about this, just quickly show you guys the photos. I actually reviewed the other version, the OG version without the hat, quite some time ago, so if you want my opinion on that, you can check out that video. And rest of it just looks like there's more shading. The sculpture on its own should still be the same. It is just enhanced coloring on the figure. This is interesting. It is called Great Pirate Monkey D. Luffy. The height is 18 cm and the release date is April 2022 this year. And this image is the only one I've got. It looks to me to be computer generated. It looks a bit like that. And from what I know, it is exclusive through the One Piece mobile game. I'm not sure what exactly is the game. Maybe it is called Great Pirate. I'm not too familiar with that. But I gotta say, it is a pretty cool outfit of Luffy. He looks like a badass pirate. Maybe it is one of those outfits that he appeared in the game. So this is like a special cross platform collab kind of thing. And you have all this kind of smoke going around him to show a bit of motion. A bit of his coat is also flying up. We can't really see the details, but you can see he's wearing some jewelry around the neck, some of the epaulets on the shoulders, I think a gun as well, or sword around the waist. And this is what we can see from this photo. Face wise, looks pretty okay, looks pretty good, and he's kind of doing his signature pose, arm up, looking far and wide. Next, we have a new series. This is called Grandline Girls on Vacation, and of course we have Nami here, versions A and B. The height is 20 cm and the release date is May 2022 this year. This, I can firmly say, is a purely fan service series. I am not a fan of such figures usually, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who are out there willing to get figures. Style wise, it looks very simple. It kind of has a cartoonish look to it, not so detailed. No shading as far as I can tell. And you can see just the differences between the two versions yourself. This is the version A, this is the version B. And we have the flowers, different colors, the top, different colors, the bikinis, the flip-flops. And I like the hair. The hair actually looks to be very detailed in the way that it is flowing towards the back. All the individual strands looks to have more effort than most G&G figures nowadays. This is the side view. You can see Nami's assets just popping up from way below, and the earrings, the creases on the shirt actually looks great. Okay, this is the back. We can see the tattoo on her left arm, and the shirt. Yeah, like I think the hair sculpt actually looks amazing. I like that. A bit of shading on the hair, I suppose. Not sure if it's the lighting or not. You can see her butt, very well shaped. And this is the final angle. You can even see, man, is that twist on the body humanly possible? She looks like she broke her back or something from this angle. But I can see a bit of the muscle, and of course, you know, this part here. You can enjoy that yourself. And we are going to move on to the next one. I'm actually excited for this because this is the Glitter and Glamours carrot figure. We have both versions A and B. The height is 22 cm and the release date is May 2022. And I believe this is the first big scale carrot figure wearing canon outfit, if my memory serves me right. And I actually want to get this, but I missed the pre-order unfortunately, so I will see how I can get my hands on her. She looks adorable. I think the face looks amazing. She has a similar pose to what Luffy was doing previously, kind of like, you know, looking out. We have those bunny ears, and we have that you know, the short cropped hair just sitting nicely around her. And the features on the body kind of along the G&G style usually, not a lot of details. We have the tail here, and we can see the legs, and we have this dress, a bit of creases here and there. Another angle from the side so you can appreciate her body shape. Very One Piece like, if I must say. And this is another angle. Man, what's with the seam lines around the hair? Like, they used to do it very well on the prototype, but now they don't even care. I mean, like, you can give us a trashy version, you know, when the product reaches our hands. But the prototype, you know, the prototype is your marketing. This is what they're trying to sell. I really expect them to look as perfect as possible, but it looks like they don't even care nowadays. So, not sure what's up with that. I can see a bit of the strands here. A bit of the coats resting on the little bunny tail. Some of the creases. No shading as far as I can tell. Maybe a little bit over here and under the collar. Rest of the details looks to be okay. The boots that she's wearing looks to be okay, at least on the prototype. The hair. This is the other version without the coats and in a different color. The boots also in a different color. Previously it was brown, now it is something like a dark green, I think. Okay, I'll just quickly rush through. For me, I will definitely get the original version. I think it looks better and it's canon. This is without the coat, so she looks a bit smaller, a little bit empty. Alright. Next, we have the DXF Grandline Lady Wano Kuni Volume 7 Nami figure. Her height is 17 cm and the release date is May 2022 this year. So this is the next entry for the Grandline Lady. We have Onigashima Nami. Previously, we have talked about the G&G version, so this is just for the DXF Grandline series. And overall, the outfit looks to be good, but her head just seems to be slightly bigger than it should be, especially in comparison to the body. Just the proportion seems off. The way her eyes are also placed, they seem to be just a little bit too wide and throws off the look for me. Now that I'm looking at her, Other than that, of course, the outfit looks good. She has armor plating. You have that high slit up the thighs all the way. Different angle. Very, very sexy. The hairpin looks to be good. Hair strands, etc. This is the other angle. We have the lock pose. The ring that she wears around her wrist. Tattoo over here. No shading so far. At the back, we have some decent lines sculpted onto the hair to show the strands. We have the nice white ribbon tied up. And that's it. Pretty decent figure. Nothing really special, but it is just there for you to complete your Straw Hat crew. And this is once again a re-release. It is called the DXF Grandline Children Wano Kuni Shanks Special Version. They are doing the same thing for Buggy as well. For Shanks, his height is 9 cm. Release date is also in May 2022 this year. Once again, I am not 100% sure what are the differences. Just that it seems some areas around him, the metallic paint is more obvious. It is more enhanced. Around the chocolate foil, I think around the waist, the belt, and maybe around the sword handle, the handguard. The rest of the colors, I'm not sure if it is any different, if they make it any special. So here you can see this is glossy. I don't think it is the same previously. This is Buggy, height 14 cm, release date also in May 2022. For Buggy, the more obvious change is the waist sash. Everything else looks to be the same, like the nose and the binoculars. Not sure if there's any other differences in terms of the coloring. I don't think so. Once again, it is a lazy re-release. Just give it a new paint coat. Not even a new paint coat entirely, just around the waist. And sell it again. Fills up a figure slot. Very lazy by Banpresto. I'm not too happy. That's why I said I didn't really miss out on too much, even though I was away for almost 3 months. Alright, not gonna talk a lot about this. I have the figure for Buggy, not yet unboxed, so I will get to that. This figure, I believe, is the DXF Grandline Man, Wano Kuni Volume 21, Portgas the Ace. The height is 17 cm and the release date, if I'm getting this right, should be June 2022 this year. It's very difficult to find the details on this figure. But it should be from the Grandline Man series and next in line after Sanji. I only managed to get photos of him in certain places, but in most sites, most stores, he is not yet available. I'm not sure why, but they are definitely not going to miss out on an opportunity to create another Ace figure. Even though he sort of just appeared for a short time in Wano. But this is how he looks like, kind of, holding his hat, very standard Ace pose. Muscles wise, not very well defined. Details also very simple. Face doesn't really look like him, I must say. And the rest of the details, you can probably just see. We have those nasty seam lines around the arms, but I guess it cannot truly be avoided because of the way they design the pieces. The arms have to be connected to the body, no clothes to hide the lines. And this is the other side, the tattoos, the hair. This is the back without the Whitebeard Jolly Roger. So in line with the flashback, what we got in the story. This is the Glitter and Glamours Wano Kuni style Nico Robin. Her height is 25 cm and the release date is June 2022 this year. So we are also getting Onigashima Robin. I'm still bummed we didn't get any Geisha Robin GNG figure. I don't think it's ever coming. So we have her in her new outfit, and these are the two versions side by side, version A and B. Version B is just kind of without the coats and different color on the top on the outfit, but that just looks similar to the previous GNG figure that we had. And I must say, the face looks kind of off. It looks weird, like it's a bit too small, and the proportions, The way the eyes are, the eyebrows, is just throwing off the looks for me. Even though I like this outfit, I'm not so sure I will get this figure. And here we can see once again the high slits up the thighs, and the leg is kind of slightly raised, and she's doing her arm poses to use the Derefoot powers. This is the side view with the coat, without the coat. She looks much bigger with it, looks much more bigger in size, and we have some of those creases on it. The patterns are decently printed as well. Hair tied up with a ribbon at the back with a bit of swirl for the strands. This is the other side, and yeah, I think you can see that, you know, the eyebrows is kind of like angled too much, and the face, the head size is very small compared to the rest of the body. Doesn't really look like her 100%. This is the back, and once again you can see the nasty seam line over here. Not as smooth on the right side than on the left one. This is actually acceptable, but not so much over here. Pink ribbon we have here. Dark blue hues versus red hues. This is the last one. It is a long video. I'm so sorry, guys. This is the Grandline Girls on Vacation Bois Hancock figure. Height is 20 cm and the release date is July 2022 this year. So we just talked about Nami previously. This is the next character. We have Hancock in a very sexy one-piece swimsuit that is very revealing and still has her Jolly Roger over here with the crisscross design. The face looks off to me. Doesn't look like her at all. You know, again, it's the proportion, I believe. Hair-wise, I think it is still good. We have the earrings. She has kind of like a arrogant pose, lifting her left arm up. And generally, the color differences on the suit and also with the sandals. This is like a darker brown compared to the left. Side view showing Hancock's features and her curves. The way the back bends is very similar to Nami, kind of like back-breaking pose. Legs going up all the way. Hair looks to be quite good. You know, the individual strands on the side here, very detailed with how they are divided. Hopefully the finishing with no issues. And here you can also see her butt, kind of like, you know, wrapped tightly by the swimsuit. And this is the back angle, a good view of her hourglass figure, the body shape, and more details on the hair, how they are just kind of flowing towards the back. And there we go, guys, there we go. We're finished with all the Banpresto figures I've missed out previously, all the way to the latest ones announced a few days ago. So I hope this has helped caught some of you up with the figures and also share what I think about them. Generally, the ones that I'm eyeing for is just King of Artists, Roronoa Zoro, and also G&G Carrot. The rest, pretty meh to me, and I don't really collect the DXF Grandline series. So for now, not really a lot of new One Piece purchases coming up, at least looking all the way to July. Alright, as usual, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share them with your friends. If you're new here and you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notifications button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.